All right, so today we're going to dive into a modern solution for something that millions of people deal with, hair loss. It's an issue that can really take a toll on your confidence. We're going to explore a really innovative technique called scalp micropigmentation, and we'll be pulling from the insights of one of the top people in the field, Moses Jones. And this quote really kicks things off perfectly. Moses Jones says, "If you're struggling, you are not alone." And that's such an important place to start, right? Because for so many people, this isn't just about looks. It's this deeply personal journey that a lot of times people feel like they're going through all by themselves. So, here's what we've got on deck. First, we'll get into the real struggle of hair loss. Then, we'll introduce what this SMP solution is all about. After that, we'll stack it up against some of the other alternatives out there. And finally, we'll bring it all home and talk about how this all leads to getting that confidence back. All right, first up, the hair loss struggle. And this is so important because we have to understand that for most people, this is way, way more than just a physical thing. When we talk about hair loss, it's not a one-size-fits-all experience. For some people, it might be that slow, gradual thinning all over that just changes everything about how you do your hair. For others, it could be dealing with specific bald spots that seem to pop up out of nowhere. And for some, it's facing complete hair loss. Each one of those paths comes with its own set of challenges. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The source material makes it super clear. The real challenge here isn't just the hair falling out, it's what that does to you on the inside. It's about that hit to your confidence. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, that brings us right to our second part. Introducing the SMP solution. This is framed as a totally modern way to get that look of fuller hair back. So what in the world is scalp micropigmentation, or SMP? Well, think of it this way. It's a non-surgical treatment. Basically, highly trained technicians use these tiny, tiny microneedles to place specialized pigment into the very top layer of your scalp. The whole idea is to create thousands of little dots that look exactly like individual hair follicles. So you get the appearance of a full head of hair with a fresh buzz cut, or it can just add that visual density to areas that are thinning out. And the source really highlights three huge benefits here. First off, the results are immediate. I mean, you walk out of your very first session seeing a difference. Second, this stuff is long-lasting. We're talking years before you might even think about a touch-up. And finally, and this is the big one, it's designed to look completely natural. So much so that people shouldn't be able to tell it's not your real hair. And a great question is, who's this actually for? Well, SMP is positioned as being for pretty much everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, young or older. It works to rebuild a hairline, add density for women experiencing thinning, and can even cover up scars from old surgeries or accidents. It's incredibly versatile. But of course, this isn't the only option on the market. So how does SMP really compare to the more traditional stuff people try? Let's break it down and see how it stands apart. Let's look at this side by side. On one hand, you have SMP. It's non-surgical, which is huge. That means no long, painful recovery, no risk of scarring, and you see the results right away. Now compare that to traditional methods. Hair transplants, that's surgery, which can mean a long recovery and potential scarring. Other things like medications or creams, well, those can take forever to show any results, if they work at all, and you have to keep up with them constantly. And all of this really leads us to the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle, a path to confidence. Because this isn't just a procedure, it's a completely personalized journey. This quote from the founder, Moses Jones, just says it all. Every treatment is tailored just for you. This is not some cookie-cutter process. It's truly an art form. It's about meticulously matching the pigment to your hair color, designing a hairline that actually fits your face and your age, and building up the density so it looks absolutely real. At the end of the day, this is about so much more than just the treatment itself. The real goal is to get back that feeling of looking in the mirror and just feeling good about yourself, to be able to go about your day without that constant worry about your hair. So for anyone out there who's even a little bit curious, the source lays out a super simple, no-pressure first step. It all starts with booking a free online consultation. That's your chance to just talk, to share your story and what you're hoping for, and from there, you just find out if this is actually the right move for you. It's that easy. So let's just leave it with this one final thought. After everything we've talked about, it all kind of boils down to this one powerful question. What if confidence was just one consultation away? It's a pretty compelling thought, isn't it? That taking one small, simple step could make a huge difference in how you feel every single day.